Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you and I'm going to teach you how to make this delicious flan. This is a vanilla flan, very easy to make, and I'm going to show you step by step and how you're going to make this, but not in the oven. We're going to make this on top of the stove. If you want to learn how to make it, stay tuned. This is our some of the ingredients we're going to use for the flan, and I'm going to put everything in the description box below. But first, I have a skillet in here, which we're going to make the caramel, and that's one of the hard part. I want to mention you got to be careful, don't put the hands on there. And in here, I have two pans. I have a big one with a top, and I have this top in here, and I have the small one in here. We're gonna put the flan mix. I have this one with the top, but if you have one, you have a baking pan, you can use aluminum foil. So we just make sure when you choose that, make sure you can be able to grab it when it's hot and when it's done. So we need one for the mix, and the other one we're gonna put water, and we're gonna do this a baño Maria. But first, we're gonna start making the caramel, and I put it in medium heat. I'm gonna add 1 cup of granulated sugar, and you have to be careful not to burn the sugar. If you burn the sugar, you have to salt all over because it's gonna taste a bitter. And we're also gonna use, if you have a wooden spatula. And in here I have a blender. I'm gonna mix all the ingredients, everything. I'm gonna mix 1 can of evaporated milk, 1 can of condensed milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extra, 1 pinch of salt, and 4 eggs. Now we're gonna check on the caramel. If you see you see when you see that color, I'm just gonna go ahead and stir carefully. Please don't put your fingers inside because that burn badly. I mean, don't be tempted to taste it with your fingers because that happened to me a long time ago and I learned by lesson. So if you see you want to wait until all the sugar is dissolved, but I'm gonna just turn off the stove with the heat in there. It's gonna melt it. You want to look for the amber color, not dark. It is dark. It's all over because it's burnt. Now the caramel is ready, and carefully you're gonna put it in the baking pan. Sometimes the size of the baking pan when you add the caramel tend to be hot. So in that case, grab the pad holders. But in here, mine is like a can hold the heat, so I don't have no problems. Now we're gonna set it by the side, and we're going to beat one more time the mix from the flan. We're gonna add some water, or add some water in there. Are you using those tap water from the faucet? I'm gonna put it in medium heat. I'm gonna add the flan. And now you have to be careful. We're gonna cover it. We have to be careful. I'm gonna add a little bit more water, and you gotta be careful. Just we're gonna cook this for approximately 45 to 1 hour, and we're gonna cook this in a low heat. Okay, I have it in medium high until the water start boiling. But when the water start boiling, I'm gonna lower the heat to low, and I'm gonna keep an eye in every probably 15, 20 minutes. You come and look to see if the water don't evaporate. If the water evaporate, you're gonna add more water. Okay, I'm gonna cover it with the second lid, and then I'm gonna cook it, like I say, 45 to 50 minutes. After that time, you're gonna take it out of the water and let it rest at room temperature. You can either one after it's cold, you can put it in the refrigerator until the next day, or you can wait a few hours and then turn it down. It has to be cold until you turn it or flip them back. As you see, the water is boiling, but the water is still in there. It's almost 1 hour, and the way you're gonna check is with a fork or toothpick. You're gonna insert it in the middle, and it is come out clean. The flan is ready. So mine is ready. So I'm just gonna remove it out of the water, and I'm gonna let it stand for a few hours at room temperature. I'm just gonna remove this lid because this is one of my favorite dessert. We're just gonna wait 4 hours. Make sure the flan is cold before you flip them over. A knife, you're gonna pass it through the edges. Okay, it's gonna be more easier when at the time when it's time to flip them over. You see, this is a butter knife, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now. And after a few hours, I get a big plate, flat, and then it's time to flip them over. Ta-da-da-da. You see, this is a beautiful and easy flan. So look at how beautiful, and it's very, very, very creamy. I'm gonna cut it that way you guys see it inside. And I hope you guys try this recipe. Sometimes the sugar caramelized in there. Sometimes that happens, so that's fine. And it's time to cut it. I hope you guys like try this recipe, and please subscribe to my channel, share my recipes on my videos in your social media, share with your family and friends, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. This recipe is also in Spanish, so if you have Hispanic or Latino friends, send them to them in Spanish, and they're gonna appreciate it. This is a very easy flan, and it's very, very delicious. It's very, very good. So thank you for watching, and here is the final result of my vanilla flan. Now time to taste it.